So, a good day. So, our topic for today is all about profit, loss, and break even. So, before we start, I would like to introduce myself. So, my name is Sir Johnson. So, our objectives at the end of the lesson, the student should be able to differentiate profit from loss, illustrate how to compute profit and loss. We need to prepare a simple income statement for a trading firm, then define break even and compute for break even point. So pag sinabi po natin profit as a financial gain, especially the difference between the amount earned and the amount spent in buying, operating, or producing something. Ibig sabihin, ito po yung kita po natin sa produkto na binibenta po natin. Lahat po na nagastos po natin, kukumputin po natin para malaman po natin kung magkano po yung tinubo po natin. Then cost is the amount that has to be paid or spent to buy or obtain something. Ibig sabihin, ito po yung gastos po natin sa isang produkto na binili po natin. Then expenses is refers for operating expenses like administrative and selling expenses and financial expenses, interest and other financial charges. So pag sinabi naman nating loss, it occurs when the cost and expenses exceed the ceiling price or sell. Ibig sabihin, dito po natin malalaman kung tumutubo pa po tayo sa product na binibenta po natin. Pag hindi na po tayo tumutubo sa isang product na binibenta po natin, kailangan po natin mag-isip ng panibagong produkto na mas kikita po tayo. Pag di po tayo tumutubo sa isang product na binibenta po natin, kailangan na po natin tigilan. Dahil malulugi po tayo or mawawala po yung puhunan po natin. So example of profit and cost, a trade bought a bag for 800 pesos. He spent 50 pesos for transportation in going to store to buy it. For the following independent cases, we need to determine whether you earn a profit or incurred a loss. We need to determine how much your profit or loss was. So, letter A, the trader sold the bag to buyer for 1,000 pesos. Then letter B, the trader sold the bag to a buyer for 700 pesos. So alamin po natin kung saan po tayo mas kikita. So sa A or sa B, which is 1,700 pesos. Unahin po muna natin yung letter A po natin, which is 1,000. So our given, we need, we need to solve for A. So our given cost is equals to 800. Then expenses, ito po yung pamasahe po natin, which is 50 pesos. Nabili po natin yung bag sa halagang 800 pesos. Then pamasahe po natin or other expenses po natin is equal to 50 pesos. Then sale is equal to 1,000 pesos. So, ibig sabihin, bibenta po natin yung produkto po natin or yung bag na binili po natin sa trader na nagkakahalaga ng ibibenta po natin na nagkakahalagang 1,000 pesos. So we need to find the total expenses. So to find the total expenses is equal to the cost plus expenses. So the cost is equal to 800 plus 50, which is the expenses, is equal to 850 pesos. Ibig sabihin, yung nagasto natin sa pagbili ng produkto po natin, pati sa pamasahe po natin sa pagpunta natin sa store is equal to 850 pesos. So next, aalamin po natin kung magkano po yung tutubuin po natin sa bag na ibebenta po natin sa halagang 1,000 pesos. So profit or loss is equal to total sale minus total expenses. So is equal to 1,000 pesos minus 850. At ang nakukuha po natin sa total expenses po natin is equal to 150 pesos. Ibig sabihin, tumubo po tayo ng 150 pesos. Pag 1,000 pesos po natin ibebenta yung bag po na nabili po natin. So therefore, we conclude that since the resulting amount is positive, therefore, the retail gain profit if he will sell the bag for 1,000 pesos. Ibig sabihin daw po, pag binenta po natin yung bag sa nagkakahalaga ng 1,000 pesos, tutubo po tayo. So alamin po natin sa letter B kung tutubo po tayo pag binenta po natin yung bag po natin sa nagkakahalagang 700 pesos. So our given will be cost is equal to 800. Sorry. The next expenses is equal to 50 pesos. Then our sale is equal to 700. So our solution tulad po ng ginawa po natin kanina, ganyan din po yung gagawin po natin. Total expenses is equal to cost plus expenses. So cost po natin or presyo po ng bag na nabili po natin is equal to 800 pesos plus expenses which is 50 pesos. Then we need to add. So 800 plus 50 is equal to 850. Ibig sabihin parehas lang po. So total expenses po natin sa letter A po. Okay? Then next, we need to find the profit. Next naman po, alamin po natin yung tutubuin po natin. So profit or loss is equal to total sale minus total expenses. So ibebenta po natin yung bag nabili po natin sa halagang 800 sa halagang 700 pesos. Minus 850 yung total expenses po natin is equal to negative 150 pesos. Ibig sabihin, nadugi po tayo ng 150 pesos. Pagod oras pa natin sa pagbili po natin ng produkto. So pag negative po, since the resulting amount is negative, therefore, the retail incurred loss if he will sell the bag for 700 pesos. Ibig sabihin, hindi mo pwedeng ibenta ng 700 pesos yung bag kasi malulugi ka. Sino ba nagnegosyo ng gusto malugi? Diba? So example number 2, Abigail purchased a suitcase for 1,200. She paid 120 pesos for the delivery of the suitcase from the seller to her place. She asked the help for Bernadette to sell the suitcase. She promised to give Bernadette 150 pesos. If Bernadette could sell the suitcase for 2,000 pesos, Bernadette was able to sell the suitcase for 1,900 pesos, to which Abigail agreed. How much did Abigail get? So first thing that we need to do pag may word problem po tayo, we need to analyze the problem first, then proceed po tayo to our solution. Unahin po muna natin yung given po natin. So our given, cost is equal to 1,200. So halaga po ng suitcase is equal to 1,200. Then transportation expenses is equal to 1,000, 120 rather. Ibig sabihin, ito po yung shipping fee para mapunta po sa inyong suitcase sa halagang 120 pesos. Then commission po ni Bernadette is equal to 150 pesos. So, tanong, how much will Abigail get at the end of the deduction? So, our sale is equal to 1,900 pesos. So, solution first, let's add all the expenses including the cost. So, tulad po ng ginawa po natin kanina, ganyan lang din po yung gagawin po natin ngayon. We need to add the total expenses. By simply, total expenses is equal to cost plus expenses. So, ang cost po natin or yung presyo po ng product na nabili po natin is nagkakahalaga ng 1,200 plus our expenses ng dalawa po. Transport plus yung commission po ni Bernadette which is 150. So, 120 plus 150 plus 1,200 is equal to 1,470. Then, we need to find the profit or yung pinakatubo po natin sa product na ibibenta po natin kung ibibenta po natin to sa halagang 1,900. So, to find the profit is equal to total sale minus total expenses. So, 1,900 minus 1,470 or nakuha po natin sa total expenses po natin is equal to 430 pesos. Ibig sabihin, tutubo po tayo ng 430 pesos pag bininta po natin yung suitcase sa nagkakahalagang 1,900 pesos. So our conclusion, the amount Abigail gained for selling the suitcase for 1,900 pesos is 430 pesos. And that is a profit. Ibig sabihin, tumubo po daw po tayo sa product po na binenta po natin sa halagang 430 pesos. So, hindi na masama. So, next topic is all about income statement. When we say income statement, is the financial statement that shows the result of operation. That is, if it earns a profit or it incurs a loss in a given period of time. So, ito po yung example ng income statement po natin. Nandito po sale, cost of sale, gross profit, operating expenses, commission expenses, delivery expenses. Parang ito po yung pinaka-receive po natin. Then, net profit po natin. Okay po? So, ito yung sale po natin. Ito po yung kinita po natin. Then, ito po lahat po na nagastos po natin. Okay? The net profit po natin, ito po yung pinakatubo po natin. Ibig sabihin, kumita po tayo ng 117,000 pesos. Then, yung gross profit po natin is equal to 58,000 pesos. Then, net profit po natin, ito po yung tinubo po natin sa product na or sa sale sa negosyo po natin. So, tulad sa mga fast food chain or sa mga restaurant, kinocompute po lahat ng ginastos nila para malaman po nila kung tumutubo po sila or hindi. So, cost of sale. In purchase price and other expenses incurred in buying the products that the business has to sell, including the freight in or transportation of the goods it buys for sale. Then operating expenses are expenses incurred to a business like rent, supplies, utilities, etc. So operating expenses po natin like traveling expense or mga pamasahe po natin, telephone and internet expenses, legal expenses, then office supplies. Ibig sabihin, dito po sa operating expenses po natin, lahat po ng gastos po natin. So other income include income and other incidental income the firm earns like rent income. It has property that rents out. So other expense, it's include interest expense or finance charge. Financial institutions charge firm for their services. The net profit or loss is the operating profit plus other income less other expense. Operating profit or loss is the gross profit less operating expenses. Then example of income statement. So for example, a trading firm purchased a lot for merchandise that cost 100,000 pesos, for which it paid 10,000 pesos for transportation. The firm sold the entire lot for 180 pesos. The firm incurred the following operating expenses: rent, advertising, office supply, heat, light, and water, miscellaneous expenses, interest paid to bank. Then we need to add lahat na expenses po natin or lahat po na nagastos po natin para malaman po natin kung kumikita pa po tayo sa negosyo na ginagawa po natin. So ito po yung example niya, company name, income statement for the year and month, day, and year. Sale po natin is equal to 180 pesos. Okay? The less of sale is equal to 110,000 pesos. Then our gross profit is equal to 70,000 pesos. Then, ma-minus pa po natin siya sa operating profit po natin. So, ibig sabihin, yung pinakatubo po natin is equal to 20,000 pesos. So, for example, the Excelsior merchandising purchase merchandise costing 2,500 pesos for the current month. It paid 10,000 pesos for freight or transportation for the shipment of the goods from the seller to its store. The merchandising sold the goods for 450,000 pesos. Calculate the cost associated with the merchandise for the current month. It incurred the following expenses: delivery, general admin expense, miscellaneous expense, utility expense. For the current month, the firm earned interest on the promissory notes of its customer amounting 12,000 pesos. It paid interest to the bank for the loan it took amounting to 8,000 pesos. We need to prepare the income statement of Excelsior merchandising for the current month. So, ito na po yung pinaka income statement po natin. Then, break-even point. Pag sinabi po natin break-even point, is the point where a business neither makes a profit nor a loss. At break-even point, a business revenue is equal to its total cost. So, gumagamit po tayo dito ng formula. If we let X be the number of units to break even, then X is equal to BX plus FC. So, ano nga po ba ibig sabihin ng P? So, P is the unit price. Then X is the number of units. Then B is the variable cost per unit. And FC is the total fixed cost. So formula to solve for X, Px is equal to Bx plus Fc. So Px minus Bx is equal to Fc. Or simply, we need to transpose Bx to the left side, magiging negative Bx. Okay po? Then matitira na lang po magiging Px minus Bx. Dahil nilipat po natin to, nandito po siya kanina sa right side, lipat po natin sa left side, magiging negative po siya. Is equal to Fc. Then we need to factor out. So factor po ng Px minus Bx is equal to X multiplied by the quantity of P minus B is equal to Fc. Then to find the value of X, we simply divided both sides by P minus B. So, lagyan natin ng animated. So, P minus B over P minus B. So, cancel po natin to. So, sabi ko po kanina, we need to divide both sides by P minus B. So, ito po magiging P minus B. Wait lang po So this can have a negative impact on the reputation of your brand because audience members come to learn something or benefit in some way. Clear na lang po natin. Sobrang hirap So, cancel po natin to. Over. Lagyan natin ng text. P minus B. Then our formula for break-even point to find the value of x is equals to fc over, wala na po tong x ha, p minus b. Sulat ko na lang po dito sa gilid. So x is equal to FC over P minus B. So, ito na po yung pinaka-formula po natin. X is equals to FC over P minus B. So, na-cancel po natin, di ba kanina? So, break-even point in number of units, formula. So, formula of BEF in pesos is equals to BEF in pesos is equal to unit price multiplied by BEF in units. So for example, we need to calculate the break-even point in sale unit and sale dollars from the following information. So our given unit price is equal to 20,000 pesos. Then variable cost is equal to 8 pesos. Then fixed price or fixed cost is equal to 12,000 pesos. So our given, tulad ng sabi ko po kanina, unit price is equal to 20 pesos rather, is equal, then variable cost is equal to 8 pesos, then our fixed cost is equal to 12,000 pesos. So we need to find the BEF in unit and BEF in pesos. So ano nga po ba yung BEF? BEP po natin. Yung break-even point po natin yun ha. Huwag po malilito ha. BEP is also known as break-even point in units, then break-even point in pesos. Hindi BEF ha, sorry. So BEF in units, X is equal to FC over P minus B. Tulad ng ginawa ko po kanina. Ito po yung formula po natin to find the value of BEP pala. BEP in units, X is equal to FC over P minus B. So we need to substitute the given. FC po natin is equal to 12,000 pesos over P minus P. So 20 minus 8. So we need to subtract our denominator. 20 minus 8 is equal to 12 pesos. Then we need to divide. 12,000 divided 12 is equal to 1,000 units. So our BEP in units X is equal to 1,000 pesos units. So next, we need to find the value of BEP in pesos. So to find the value of BEP in pesos is equal to BEP in units multiplied by unit price. So BEP in pesos is equal to 1,000 pesos multiplied by 20. So ito po, given po ito parehas ha. Ito po yung nakuha po natin kanina sa BEP units po natin. So BEP in units is equals to 1,000 pesos. Then unit price po natin which is 20 pesos. Then we need to multiply it. So 1,000 multiplied by 20 is equal to 20,000 pesos. So therefore, we conclude that the break-even point in terms of units in 1,000 units and the break-even point in terms of pesos is 20,000 pesos. That is the point where the business is not gain profit or incurred loss. So for example number 2, para lalo po natin mainuwaan. It costs a publishing company 50,000 pesos to make books. The 50,000 is a fixed cost or a cost that cannot change. To have the publishing company, we need to sell the books. A marketing company charge 40 pesos for each book sold. If the company charged 90 pesos per book, how many books should they sell to break even? So tulad na ginawa po natin kanina, ganyan din po yung gagawin po natin ngayon. So first, we need to find the given. So our given is the unit price is equal to 90 pesos. Then variable cost is equals to 40 pesos. Then our fixed cost is equals to 50,000 pesos. Then we need to find the BEP in units, then BEP in pesos. So to find the BEP in units is equals to FC over P minus B. So we need to substitute the given. FC is equal to 50,000 divide 90, which is price po natin, minus variable. So 90 minus 40 is equal to 50. Then we need to divide 50,000 divide 50 is equal to 10,000. So our BEP in units is equal to 10,000 units. So next, we need to compute for the BEP in pesos. So to compute the BEP in pesos is equal to BEP in units multiplied by unit price. So BEP in pesos is equal to 10,000 multiplied by 90 pesos is equal to 900,000 pesos. So therefore, the break-even point in terms of units is 10,000 pesos. Units and break-even point in terms of pesos is 900,000 pesos. That is the point where the business will not gain profit or incurred loss. So example number 3. It costs a man 75 pesos to buy things that he needs to make hot dogs. Okay po? The city allows him to sell his hot dog somewhere near the city hall. However, the city hall charged him 10 pesos for each hot dog sold. So we need to calculate the break-even point if the price he charged for one hot dog is 15 pesos. So our unit price is equal to 15 pesos, then variable cost po or in charge po na kukunin po sa kanya is equal to 10 pesos. Then our fixed cost, ito po yung nagastos po natin, is equal to 75 pesos. Then we need to find the BEP in units, then BEP in pesos. So tulad ng ginawa po natin kanina, ganun lang din po yung gagawin po natin ngayon. So BEP in units is equal to 75 divide 15 minus 10. So 15 minus 10 is equal to 5 pesos. Then we need to divide 75 divide 5 is equal to 15 units. Then BEP in pesos is equal to BEP in units multiplied by the price. So BEP in pesos is equal to 15 units. Ibig sabihin, 15 po yung nagawa po natin. So nagastos po natin 75 pesos. Multiply by unit price po natin or yung ibebenta po natin siya as 15 pesos is equal to 225 pesos. So therefore, the break-even point in terms of units is 15 units. Ibig sabihin, nagastos po natin 75 pesos, then nagawa po natin sa 75 pesos na ingredients sa paggawa po ng hotdog is 15 pieces or 15 units. And the break-even point in terms of pesos is equal to 225 pesos. So that is the point where the man who is selling hotdog will not gain profit or incurred loss. So, for other references, ito po yung reference po natin. So, that's our lesson for today. God bless and keep safe.